Hi guys, this is Dave with FamiliesGoOutdoors.com. Today I want to share with you a piece of kit that is well loved by our entire family, and that's the Littlbug Senior wood burning stove. There are all kinds of stoves in this wood burning category out on the market. The vast majority of them are small, meant for the solo hiker or the hiker pair sharing a cook kit, and so are not large enough to support large pots so you can cook for a large group. But what we love about the Littlbug Senior is that it is large enough to put a 3.5 liter, 4 liter pot on it, even a small Dutch oven, and be able to effectively heat those pots so that you can cook for our entire family. The Littlbug Senior packs down to a little flat curved pouch like this and nests nicely around a pot set or even around the outside of your barrel if you use those white water barrels for your canoe tripping, and is very light in and of itself. Now I'm going to show you how to set it up. It comes included with this little pouch here, and inside there are 4 panels. Simply the walls of the stove and the 2 support pot pieces. And assembly is quite simple. You simply take the large panel and the small panel and you assemble it into the slots that are carved out for it. So that's one half, and you take the other half, you do the exact same thing. And once you've got that, you take the 2 halves together, and there are pins in here which you may not be able to see, but you simply line them up and clip them together, and then clip together the pin into the hole on the top. And this is it, the Littlbug Senior set up and ready to go. Now, because it's got an open bottom like this, you can use it as is in an existing fireplace or a place where you are not worried about the fire scar. But if you're here like we are today, you don't want to leave ashes all over this site, you can use it with the optional fire pan. Now this fire pan is the old fire pan, which is a one-piece. It's prone to rusting, unlike the stove, and it's quite heavy. But I understand that there's a new fire pan made out of the same material, which is modular and packs down much nicer with the stove itself. This one happens to pack nicely with my pot set, so we do bring it along. So you would put that down, and the Littlbug goes into the fire pan, and now you can start your fire. The kinds of fuel that the Littlbug accepts is stuff that you simply gather around the campsite. You can, any campsite you arrive at, you send the kids to scatter around, pick up all the twigs, pine cones, all these things it will burn. Of course, you'll need a little bit of fire starter, a little bit of kindling, and the birch bark is a great thing for that. And because the Littlbug is hollow, it's very easy to load it from the bottom. You can just pile all that stuff in, put it down. On a windy day, you can even leave this tipped over like this, and you can light it from the bottom and then simply place it as the fire starts to come up and start feeding the sticks into the pan. Our main use for the Littlbug is to boil water for whatever our needs are, for drinking, for hot drinks, for cooking, for washing dishes. Now, the Littlbug is versatile enough that you can control the heat well enough that I've been known to even cook my morning eggs on it. So it can serve, if you have the fire skills, it can serve as your primary stove, although in our case, it's a backup stove. I always recommend that you bring a white gas or a canister stove, because when you need to produce some hot drinks or a meal on a dime, like in the morning when you first get up or on a rainy day, then it's always good to be able to pull those out. But this does save a lot of fuel when you use it to boil water and all that kind of stuff. Another thing that we like about the Littlbug stove is that it provides a controlled way of creating that ambiance if you don't want to start a full-size roaring open fire. That warm crackle, it creates enough warmth on a rainy day to keep you warm. And it's a great way to teach the children the principles of fire cooking, because it's a nice controlled way. When I was talking about the fuel, I forgot to mention that Our boys love to split wood. They're into that, and so one of the ways they get involved is they get some larger logs and they split wood. They make a nice big pile, and it's a great way to teach them the principles of fire cooking and lighting and all that kind of stuff. And because it's nice and controlled, we don't mind them sitting around nice and close and just, you know, sticking that fuel in as it's consumed and having a lot of fun. One of the downsides of the Littlbug stove is that it does need a constant, steady source of fuel. So you need to get fuel ahead. You need to collect the fuel ahead of time. Otherwise, it will go out on you, and whatever you're cooking is not going to get the heat that it needs. Another downside is that if the pot is much larger, this is a 3.5 liter pot, 4 liter pots will work well, but if you've got something that overhangs quite a bit, then sticking the fuel in can be a bit of a challenge. Although with this distance here, it is not that difficult to still get it in there and make sure that it's fed. Also, if you're out on and if there's a fire ban, then you've got the problem of this would be classified as an open fire and you still need your backup stove. In summary, we love the Littlbug because of the way that it involves the whole family and the fun of open fires in cooking. We love it because of its versatility, it's lightweight, especially when you consider the fuel savings. And we love it just because, you know, for the firebug in each of us, it kind of makes you feel all warm inside and out. This is Dave with FamiliesGoOutdoors.com. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. You can also follow us on Twitter at FamiliesGoOutdoors. You can also check us out on the web at FamiliesGoOutdoors.com. Here's to your next trip.